Okay, so good morning. We have our blocks and weights and a ball, and of course your mat. And we're going to start by grounding our feet on the ground and closing your eyes. You may hold your belly if you choose as we take our deep breath. Feel the breath start from the base of your pelvis and then all the way up. We're going to take about 3 to 4, let's take 4 to 5 breaths. Just feeling those ribs expand as you go. I'm recording today so that you can have this again. And just notice in your body any areas that are tense. Maybe roll your shoulders if you need to as you take those deep breaths. Notice from your feet that the breath starts there and goes all the way up through your legs, through that pelvis, through, you're going to be recorded, Alice. So I'm going to start, you can open your eyes. I'm going to start by just, as our breath comes in, arms go up and exhale down. Arms go up as we inhale and exhale down. So you're feeling that lift in the rib cage, really stretching out in that core. Our core has so much to do with our breathing. That's why we want strong cores. And our core is not just in front. It's not just those abs. It's all the way around. It's a container. So let's take our right ear to the right shoulder and just hold there and try to lower those shoulders. And then when you're ready, nose to shoulder. And then little back and forth, ear, nose, gently moving that head. If it's too much stretch, just bring your head up a bit. So back and forth, allowing that neck to just loosen up. Breathing as you do. And ear to shoulder, and then come to center, drop to the other side. You may feel that neck stretch. Maybe you notice a little bit different tension on one side over the other. And then when you're ready, nose to shoulder. Might hear some little movements in there, noises. And ear, just gently back and forth, ear to shoulder, nose to shoulder. Breathing as you do. A couple more times. And ear and come to center. Let's start by just allowing our arms, if it's available to you, to go all the way around in a big circle and feel that stretch. And then we're going to reverse direction. Allow the fingertips to be open. Remember what we talked about with open fingers, open hands. It's allowing that energy to just flow through. Good. Okay, so we're starting with our lymph system as we move through some of the larger muscles. So let's start at the collarbone, just massaging. You can tap, 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 whichever feels good. So tapping looks like this, but if you like the gentle massage, this is where the lymph drains from the whole body. And then we're going to move to number 2 point behind our ears. Gentle massage. And then draw those fingertips down to that collarbone as if we're draining a tube of toothpaste, maybe gentle pressure. Again, circles and back down. If you have any allergies, it's great. I'm going to add today our tapping of our sinuses. So right below that cheekbone. You may feel some tenderness there. So just listen to your pressure. If you're being too hard on yourself, and then right between the eyebrows and then across that forehead are large sinuses in the head. Good. And then number 3 point in the axilla. So getting that area. And then down the side. You can tap, 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 or just massage down that side. This is a little more deep. And the other side. So first massage it. And then down. Or tap, tap, tap. Good. Move to the belly area. All our internal organs. And you don't have to go clockwise. You can go side to side. We've talked about that. Just anywhere that feels a little congested, like you're drawn to that area. And then we'll go inguinal area right at the base of the pelvis and the top of the legs. And again, as I've said, the muscles help move the lymphatic. You can move your legs like this if you want as you're touching just the top of that inguinal area, right in that little indentation. And then we're going to move to our popliteal behind the knees. And you can move your feet on this one, working those muscles as we work to drain and allow circulation in our lymphatic system. And then this next one, we're going to stand and we're going to do our rebounding. So our rebounding is just a bouncing. You can move. Lots of people like to move around. Some people like to jump. I'm not going to jump. You can turn around, dancey dance, and we do this for a minute. So really make sure that you're moving, getting those muscles. Maybe you're twisting. Good. Sure you're moving your lower body too. Even just lifting up and down with those, you want to go up and down like this, that still moves those muscles. 5 more seconds. Good. Okay. All right, let's grab our weights. And let's just start out with our salad dressing. So out in front, palms are up, and we're going to turn from the shoulder, not just the wrist. I'll try to lower this so you can see it better on. So it's a turning, using those muscles, straight arm, strong core. Being aware of your triple S, the back of your spine, your skull, which is above, and then the sacrum, which is below. More times. And we'll go right into our server. So palms up, we're gonna come back and then we're gonna reach out. So you determine how heavy that serving tray is. Your brain can do amazing things. You can make it as challenging or not so challenging that you do this. So the elbows come back to your body. Try to lower those shoulders. The work is with what? Your shoulders, your biceps. You feel it in your triceps. Strong core. Good. And we're going to come right to our side with our elbows and we're going to turn out and we're going to do our V-ups. Up we go. And then resist that urge to just drop those elbows. Allow the elbows to draw a nice line. Breathing, don't forget your breath. So can you feel the upper abs as we do these? Connect with your breath. What's the grounding of your feet doing? A couple more times. Good. Okay, let's do our punches. So this one is not just letting it fly. It's intentionally touching that wall ahead. Remember, we talked about just a wall in front of us that we're just going to touch, punch, so that we don't overextend that elbow. You can twist at the waist if you choose. Good. More time on each side. Good. Now let's go into our Berkeley breaststroke. So palms are going to be down. We're going to reach out and pull back. Tina was going to add some legs with that. That's great.
A flutter cut.
Pushing back and then feeling those shoulders come away from the spine and then back to the spine. Try to just do that surface on the water, keeping your arms up. And as you draw back, you're feeling that again in those upper abs. A couple more times. Good. Okay, let's roll out those shoulders if we need to. Let's take our weights and cross them and let's go over our head. And then we're going to lower with intention, no arching at the back. Feeling that in our triceps. You really slow it down, pretend like you have 15 pounds in your arms. Don't forget to breathe. One more time. Good. All right, let's do our tricep kickback. So you can stand if you choose. I'm going to keep elbows glued to the side. My palms are facing each other. And then back, you can contract at the back and hold if you want. Don't just swing. Really intentionally push back, maybe hold and come back. Feel the contraction in that those triceps. And then, of course, the biceps, bring it back. Good. So your elbows are at your side. And do you remember why? It's protecting that overextension. So you're not going like this. You're gonna really glue them to the side. Good. Now let's stay back there, turn our palms up and do our press. Good. You can go as fast or as slow with the press. Push, 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 push. Feel that in your upper deltoids, those upper arms. Maybe you feel it in your core. Good. Are you aware of where your head is in space? Yay, I saw some heads come up. Okay, good. What did I forget?
Serve.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
No, we did the
suitcase.
server. Suitcase.
Christie.
Thank you, Christy. We've seen a lot of suitcases in the last couple of days. So again, rather than just swinging, imagine it's coming from here, this upper arm, and you're closing, and maybe it's really full and you're pushing. Can you feel that in the back of your shoulders as well when you do that? So you can make it as hard or as easy. You can just go like this, which is not super good for any tendon or joint, but really intentional. So you've got your T and closing. Good. Nice job. All right, drop the weights. Let's grab our ball. So this is going to be hard to show on the recording, but I'm going to try. And I might have to. May not show. So I'm going to describe it. Okay, you can sit in your chair. Maybe that'll do it. Perfect. Well, does it need to be up? Okay, so let's do our tails and rails. So you're going to take your big toe and you're going to push in. Make sure that your foot is in alignment. Okay, you're going to push that big toe in alignment, heel is down into that ball. If you've had surgery, just be very gentle with it. And bunions. So you're pushing down about 5 seconds, lift up. Your toe may not come off that ball, but you certainly feel it right in here and in the back of your calf. Now we're going to push back down in, really strengthening that big toe. So heels are down to just allow for us to feel that pressure. You may feel it even in the arch. And then lift again. And we'll do it one more time, really pressing into that ball with that big toe all the way down to the heel. And release. Let's go for the 3 sisters, which are the 3 in between the pinky and the big toe. Press into the ball with those. You may feel that in a different spot, in the shin, maybe in the arch, and release that. Pressing into the ball again. And yes, part of the big toe does go down, but you're just not using as much pressure on the big toe. Your heel is down again, and press up again. Pull it back, and one more time, pressing in. Sorry, you don't get to do this. And up again. Okay, this time I'm going to change it. Rather than pushing the pinky in, we're going to use our whole foot. Heel is down. We're going to press the pinky on the floor, and the big toe is going to come over that ball and press on the floor. So our windshield wiper, only it's a big arch. You feel that in the ankle? You don't have to keep your foot on the ball. I'm not keeping my foot on the ball at all. I'm going over the ball, as if the ball is a big obstacle in my way. You can do it as wide
Can't get my foot.
or as narrow as you want. And that is definitely ankle mobility. So think of when you hike, you're not going to sprain your ankles. You're going to be able to take those. So I'm just kind of moving back and forth and just allowing those toes to touch the floor. Good. I mean, we're doing what with our hips too?
Opening and closing.
Yeah, yeah, external and internal rotation. Very good. Okay, let's do the other side. So again, heel down, find that angle so that the big toe is in alignment, especially if you have bunions. Pushing in for 5 seconds. You might see that crease that we've talked about. And pull back. Your toe may stay on that ball. That's okay. Pushing in. And pulling back. One more time, pushing in. Really feeling the strength of that big toe. I know that you know your toes are getting stronger and it's helping your balance and your gait and pulling that big toe up. One more time. Pushing in. Push, 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 push. You shouldn't feel any pain or pinching though. So if you do, lift up a bit and then lift up. Good. Now go to the 3 sisters. Heel is down, pressing in. You may or may not see that crease like you did on the big toe, but you're wanting that joint mobility in those toes. And lift up. And again, push down with those 3 in between toes, 3 sisters. And lift up. And one more time, pushing in. And release. Okay, now place your heel where you can get it. We're kind of moving fast through this. And we're going to go pinky toe, big toe. So you're really moving the hip. You're moving the heel. I'm kind of watching you as you do. Good. You can make it high up in the air and allow that funky big toe to just reach for the floor. Good. Internal, external rotation. You can move the other leg with you too if you want. Back and forth, in and out. Good. All right, let's finish up with a little massage on there. So I think we're good. Thank you, thank you. So take that ball and just find areas that might be tight. I know some of you love to do this right in the area of the arch, but be gentle with yourself and just move that ball around. Finding areas that might be tight. Maybe it's up by your toes. Always feels good before we start doing our positions, going back into the heel, maybe rolling that around. And then transfer that to the other foot, starting in the arch. Finding those areas of tension. It does feel good though, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Heading to the heel.
Working your arches, maybe up to the toe pads, below the toes. Doing a little self-care here with that ball. Okay, let's roll the ball away. We're going to sit back in our chair and feet up. And Miss Victoria has gotten so good at this. Opening toes. Opening your toes. See how far apart you can get. I've got one little toe in the middle that just loves its neighbor. And then point your toes. Good toes. And then naughty toes. Pulling back, dorsiflex. So you feel that in your calf. Plantar flex, pointing those toes. Dorsiflex. And just go back and forth with whatever feels good for you as you're working those. And we're going to do some inversion, eversion with our feet. So in, so the knees come together, hips turn internally, big toes trying to touch the ground, and then out we go. So the soles of the feet can face each other. You feel that in the ankle. And then just back and forth. Stretching those ankles. Breathing as you do. Working our lower core while we do this too. Good. Couple more times. And then just circles with your feet. One way and the other way. Good job. And then just flap like you're fluttering through the water. Okay. All right. Take your block and put that in between those knees. Make sure the ball's out of the way and press into the block. We're going to work with the adductors, the inside of that thigh, pressing into the block, feeling that, and then releasing. You may feel it on the outside of the hip as well. Pressing into the block. You feel that in the lower abs too? That's connecting your core. And release. So you see where the core goes. It's not just here, it's all the way down, isn't it? And why would that be? The adductors attached to that pelvis. And out, release. And one more time, pushing into the block. And release. Okay, feet on floor. We're going to go all the way through the fascia of the bottom of the foot, pressing into that block as we go up. And I may. Okay, so you're going to press, arms are up. Do this. Arms up, good. Pressing into the block. Let's come down. Lifting those toes, being aware of what your triple S is doing. Skull, spine, sacrum, good. Come to prayer. Let's turn to your right. Come to center. Feel your knees pressing into that block. Come to left. Feel the twist all the way back. Come to center again. Feel the change in where the weight is on your feet when you turn to the right again. Pressing into the block, but your feet allow that balance. Come to center. Turn to the left again. Bum is toward the back of the wall. You're using those glutes. Come to center again and then reach up. Nice job. Okay, this time we're going to put the arms all the way back as we squat into it. So back we go. Feel those toes come up. Where's the balance in your feet? The weight is on your heels. You feel that balance. Now, in this position, let's go. You do not have to lift your feet, but go from side to side, transferring that weight. It may just be subtle, but do you feel that in your hips? Good. Okay, now we're going to come all the way forward. We're in the center and up. Good job. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. So arms are going to come back as we bend those knees. Feel the strength. Press into the block if it starts bothering your knees. Toes are up and come all the way up again. One more time, we're going to squat. Again, bum comes to the back of the wall, arms behind us. We're strong. Where's that weight? Feel how strong you are and come back up. Nice job. Okay, place either one or two blocks. Let's do two if you have them. Do you have two? I hope. Okay. You don't have to. You can just do the one and pretend like you're lifting. I'm going to come out in our goddess position. So feet are about 45 degrees. And this is balance as well as proprioception. So we're going to lift across our body, stretch across, pick the block up, lift it up, come back down, lift it up. Now this time, let's do it without looking. All right, so you're going to place the block, come up, place the block again. This is the hard part because this is the proprioception. Feel where that block is. Nice. Your body knows it's about in that area. So bending those knees if you feel like you really want to squat again, coming across that body. Nice job. Pick it up a couple more times. Place that block down. I'm looking straight ahead as if I'm finding my drishti or my focal point, and my body can do that. Nice. Okay, now take one of the blocks. You can put one behind you or under the chair. Put it in the middle, in the center. And this time, we're going to bend our knees a little. I'm going to place my right hand on my block. You can do fingertips. And then we're going to open up into a twist on the left. Knee comes in on that right side, yes? Okay. Now we're going to alternate. So bring the left hand to the block, opening up. You feel the nice twist in that shoulder? Breathing. Now, just back and forth, feeling the knees bend. You're getting the twist in your body. You're feeling that proprioception on that block, the fingertips coming there. Again, a little bit of a twist, but in a different way. You can do it as fast or as slow as you choose, maintaining your balance. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to put my hands on my thighs and just feel how strong I am, keeping that triple S, back of the skull, the spine, the sacrum in alignment. Nice job. So head is up a bit, knees are bent. You don't have to have straight legs. And then 3, 2, 1, we're going to lift from the torso. Nice job. Okay, let's take our block, put it wherever you choose. We're going to take our chair and we're going to put it right on our mat so it doesn't slip. Works. Okay. Hands are on the chair. We're gonna take our right foot and put it back. My heel is up. Okay, my left knee is bent. And without pushing off the chair, we're gonna lift from our core and come up. And as you come up into your high lunge, your right heel comes down. Left arm is going to come forward horizontal, palm is down. Right arm is going to come back behind you and a little twist in that shoulder. Equal weight on both feet, so you can wobble back and forth just to make sure you're doing that. Good. Now, this time we're going to take our right hand and we're going to do our little half windmill. It's going to come down by our hip and it's going to come meet the left hand in front of us. So we've got our arrow. Find your point on the wall, a focus point. You're going to lean into that front foot. You can put hands on the chair if you choose, but then we're going to lift that right foot behind us as we find that focal point. So hands on the chair is fine, or hands together in our arrow. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Nice job. Arms are going to come up as our right foot comes back down. Nice job. Let's do the other side. So we're going to bring our right hand forward, halfway horizontal. Left is going to come behind us. There's that weird twist. Open the palms to that clock wall, the back wall. Feel that twist all the way down to the pelvis. Nice. Now bring your left hand down to meet the right. And we're going to do our balance again. It's still on the same side, but we added the twist. So hands can be on the chair as you bring that right foot up in the air behind you, or hands can be out in front of you like an arrow. Find your drishti, your focus point. Wobble is good. Your brain's learning new pathways. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And as you bring those arms up in the air, your right foot comes back down. Hands to hips. Good. Put your hands on the chair, step your right foot forward. Left foot will come behind you. My heel is up right now. Okay, we're going to lift from the core as our arms come up, and you can lower that left heel. Try to lower those shoulder blades. Equal weight on both feet. Nice job. So whatever foot is forward, my right foot is forward. I'm going to bring that right hand horizontal, and my left hand's going to come behind me. Good. Horizontal. Good job. All right. Now's the tricky part. Left hand comes down like a windmill to meet the right hand. You can put hands on the back of the chair or keep your hands together like your arrow. We're going to lean into that right foot and lift that left up. Good. You can put hands on chair like this if you desire, or arms out in front of you in our arrow, looking at that wall. Whoopsie. So wobble is good. Your brain's learning new pathways. And when you're ready, we're going to lift our arms up in the air as that back foot comes down. Lower those shoulders. Nice job. This time, left arm comes forward, horizontal. Right arm comes behind us, horizontal. Opening those palms to these windows. Or to our right. Good. When you're ready, bring that right arm down and forward to meet the left. And we're going to lean into that right foot again, bent knee. You can put hands on the back of the chair and lift that back foot when you're ready. Finding your focus point. Doesn't have to be high. When you're ready, arms up in the air as you lower that foot. Good. Hands down at your side. Nice job. Let's step the left foot to meet the right. Good. Hands are going to come to the chair. You can do fingertips or palms, whichever is good for your wrist. We're going to step both feet behind us. I'm going to keep my heels up because we're going to come into our plank. So our plank is not like I'm doing now. This is our pike. Our plank comes forward with the pelvis. Straight arms. You can come up on tiptoes if you choose. So it's a straight body. Nice job. Head is up. Oh, beautiful. Okay. When you're ready, now I'm going to give you some modifications. You can do this on the floor for you girls that love to do that. We're going to do our side planks. So we're going to go to the right. I'm bringing my left hand to the middle of the chair. You can use your kickstand, which means bring that left foot in and then open up with that right arm up in the air. Or you can do straight legs, lifting that side body up to the ceiling. Strong arms, strong body. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then bring your right hand to the chair. And feet come back. We're going to come into our plank again. So pelvis comes forward. Strong body. Good. This next time, we're going to turn to the left. So you can bring that right foot in if you choose to use your kickstand and open up side body. So your heels are down, providing support. And you can also do just straight arms, lifting that side body up to the ceiling, looking lovely. Good. Breathe. Bring that left hand to the chair. Let's come back into our regular plank. Head is up. Stretching that body out. And this is our love position. Ready? Step the feet forward. Let's come into our downward dog. And just breathe. Stretching out those arms, shoulders, lower back. Good. Nice job. Come forward again, so feet can come back up into tippy toes if you want. And here's our plank again. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And from the plank, I'm going to come back a little with my pike position, step my left foot forward. And as I do my downward dog, I'm going to lift my right leg up. Doesn't have to be high. Then bring that right foot down next to the left and lift your left.
Nice. What is your triple S doing? Bring that foot back down. Come back into our downward dog. So bum to the back of the wall, stretching out those shoulders. Knees are bent. Taking a nice deep breath, nice stretch. Good job. Pull yourself up. And we're going to move the chair back. And we're going to work on our Niagara Falls. So I'm going to face this way. You choose which way you want to face. And I'm going to put right foot in front of left. So we are on a steel cord. We are going to balance in one line. Our heel will be to our toe. And then take your balancing pole. People have found it's easier to have the balancing pole lower. And then start without looking at your feet. The heel's going to find the toe and walk on that steel cord. You're finding your focus point straight ahead of you on that wall. You can over exaggerate if you want. You can make your arms do whatever you want. But you're staying on that steel cord. Good. So a couple more steps forward if you choose, and then we're going to go backwards. So when you're ready, don't turn around. Our front toe is going to find the back heel. A little more deliberate in our walking. Again, choose what you want to do with those arms. Staying on that steel cord. Nice. When you're near your chair, you can bend forward and just stretch. Okay, let's find a block. And we're going to do our tree pose. So you can have it on any height if you want, or if you want to do it on your calf or on your thigh, you're welcome to do that too. I'm going to show you with the block. I'm going to put my block on medium. And I'm going to balance on my left toes. So open those toes. Put your hand on the chair to start. Knee is up and out on the right side. And I'm just going to put my toe right there on the block. Find your drishti. Maybe it's halfway across the room. It's something that's not moving. And then choose where you want your hands to be. Maybe you want a more calm morning. So you're choosing prayer. Or you want more energy and you're going to put your arms out, up. Or sometimes Dennis likes to do eagle arms.
Yeah, show off.
He likes his eagle arm. He likes his eagles. So strong core, remember, that's what holds you up. And again, wobble is good. It's creating that new pathway of balance in your body. Remember when you first started and it was just kind of a, okay, I'm up and I'm down and I'm up and I'm down. That was creating pathways. That was balance. That is good. So I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds to do whatever you choose. When you're ready with control, take that foot, bring it down. And you can hold on to the chair at this point if you choose, and take your left and come into figure 4, stretching out that hip. Some people like to just do this, come down, just so you open that hip up that held us so beautifully. You can circle that foot. Just listen to your body. What does it need? You need to lay down on the floor. Okay. So right side. Open that foot. Hand can be on the chair to start. Left knee comes up and out. You can put it on your calf, your thigh, or the block. And then find your drishti, your focus point across the room, and choose where you want your hands to be. Strong core. Nice breathing. Again, wobble is good. It's teaching your brain, it's teaching your body how to balance. I'm hoping you're feeling your hips are getting stronger with this too. Because it's not only the core, it's the hips. It's our strong feet. And it's also the belief that we can do it. We can do it.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, take that foot and gently and with control, bring that down. And take your right foot over the left knee. Figure 4. Stretching into that hip. Be circling the foot one way and the other. Good. And then come to a seated position. And you can close your eyes if you choose. I'm going to have us do eagle arms if you didn't do eagle arms already. So I'm going to do it from the right. So my feet are on the floor, grounded. My right elbow is going to come on my left antecubital spot, that inside. And then hands may or may not touch, and that's okay. And then lift as you can up into the air. You're stretching those shoulders. Should feel very nice. So don't try to push it. Just find a nice, gentle spot for those arms to be. And then open those wings, flap your hands, and let's cross the other way. So left comes across right. Hands may or may not reach, and then lift up. You also feel it under here, underneath in that serratus area. Under our arms on the back. Where else do you feel it? I'm also feeling it in my upper abs. stretch. Okay, and open up and flap those wings. And let's just end with Qigong hands. Just allowing the wrist, maybe some of you have been doing gardening, chopping, whatever you've been doing with our wonderful hands. Releasing, allowing, keeping those fingertips open, spreading goodwill to all men and women. Good. And then I'm just gonna take and stretch from side to side. Nice open. Coming from that belly area, and then I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna go down to the other side, and up, and then I'm gonna make a smile and go up to the other side, and down to the other side. So whatever feels good. Maybe you want to make a rainbow, like our new stained glass
Yeah.
art. Maybe you're raining as you make the rainbow. Maybe you're sunshine and spreading the rays. So whatever you choose to do. Good. And then bring hands to prayer, feet flat on the floor, finding your grounding position, closing your eyes. And just take 1 or 2 nice deep breaths, feeling how your body feels different than when you started. You're warmer than when you started. Light in me greets the light in each one of you. Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got it down?